Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lunch with Lisa. I am Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing.
Welcome.
And there we go. All righty. Now, today I wanted to talk about disease-free living, the end of the matrix. So what am I talking about? The matrix. So you guys have all heard the term the matrix. Many of you know what that means as far as what it means for society, for ourselves. And disease-free living, what does all this have to do with anything? So the matrix is a set of belief systems that have kept us small and separated from our divine wisdom, our universal wisdom. These belief systems have formed a veil of forgetfulness over each of us. We have forgotten that we are divine beings. We have forgotten that we are the soul. We have forgotten that we are source itself. We are unlimited. We are powerful beyond all imagination. We have never been allowed to know who we are and the power that we possess. And the way that that has been perpetrated is not really the right word. That's not what I really wanted to say, meaning we as infinite beings have come here to explore who we are not. We have come here to explore the dark side, the side where we forget, the side where we have amnesia and we don't remember who we truly are. So it's been an experiment. It's been a game that we have been playing. And the only way to keep that experiment alive, the only way to keep us from knowing our true power and remembering who we truly are, is to have this matrix in place. And the matrix is sets of belief systems that go unexamined. They're simply taken for granted that it is the way it is, and then we never think anything else about it. But now is the time that we are all waking up. We are all shedding that amnesia, remembering that we are the soul, remembering that we are source itself, remembering that there is nothing wrong with us, remembering that we are the creators of our lives. We are the ones that are creating this life experience. So while we've been forgetting under this veil of forgetfulness, we have been creating an experience of war, poverty, disease, crime, corruption, all kinds of things that have prevented us from living and experiencing heaven on earth. Look at this beautiful planet. This planet is like the Garden of Eden itself. This beautiful earth provides everything for us. All of the food, all of the things that we need to make shelter and clothing, all of the beauty, all of the diverse places to explore and have adventures. This planet is spectacular. But in our state of forgetfulness, we have overlooked the beauty. We have overlooked all that is provided for us. And we have simply been struggling to survive, trying to earn a living, trying to heal our bodies, trying to fix things, trying to just simply get through another day. It doesn't need to be that way. And what we're seeing right now is we are seeing the dismantling of the matrix. It seems like all of the external world is in chaos and confusion, and that it's scary out there, and that There are all kinds of things that we need to protect ourselves from and worry about. And this is simply the fall of the matrix. This is when all of those unexamined belief systems are being examined. So what is happening now? In the news, we're seeing that the people that we have trusted to be in charge of the situations and that they have our best interest at heart, we're starting to see that they are not who they appear to be. And they don't have our best interest at heart, and they never did. But those are the very beings that signed on to play the role of keeping the matrix in place, making sure that we don't wake up, that we don't see through these belief systems that are keeping us trapped, stuck, suffering. So these beings have signed up to play this very valuable role. And now, as we, the people, are starting to wake up and realize, wait a minute, we don't have to suffer. We don't have to live in poverty or disease or crime and punishment and war. And none of these things are what any of us want. The average human, the 99%, we all want the same thing. We want to live in joy. We want to enjoy our experience here on this planet. We want to live in peace and harmony. We want to have the people around us that we love. We want to be in harmony with people, places, and things. We don't want to live struggling to survive. It's not fun. It is not enjoyable, and it's not why we're here. If you're here on this planet at this time, you came here to make a difference. You came here to help move this planet up into a brand new paradise. So it is time to start examining all of the old belief systems that we have taken for granted and simply not examined. And disease is one of these belief systems that has gone completely unexamined. We have simply taken for granted that disease is. But now it is time to see that it is not. Because when disease is not, then we don't have to worry about it anymore. We don't have to keep living through it over and over and over again. When we can start to see through the lies, the unexamined beliefs. I discovered this firsthand. I'm speaking from direct knowledge, direct experience. Direct knowing is different than believing. There's a great difference between the two things. When you know something, it ceases to be a belief. It turns into an actual embodied experience. Simple example. Do you believe that you can tie your shoes, or do you know that you can tie your shoes? If you know that you can tie your shoes, there is no need to believe that you can tie your shoes. Knowing surpasses believing. It makes believing unnecessary. So what do we know about disease? We believe a whole bunch of things about our bodies and about diseases, which have gone unexamined and are not true. The fact that they've gone unexamined is actually not a fact. It is not actually true because it has been examined thoroughly. And what has been uncovered in the examination is that disease is not what's happening to our bodies. Our bodies are simply responding to our emotional state. And when we've been in an off balance emotional state for long enough, symptoms will appear in our bodies because it's our bodies going, hello, hello, wake up. Make sure that you have resolved this situation. Our bodies are actually helping us to resolve our situations. And did you know that the majority of the time that symptoms show up in our bodies is when the body starts to heal those very things? When the body goes into healing, that's when the symptoms arise. But it's also the unexamined belief of, ruh-roh, something's wrong with me now. And we go running off to the doctor and say, what's wrong with me? And ask and it is given is the law of the universe. When we ask the question, what's wrong with me? We have to receive an answer. So we receive the answer in the form of a diagnosis of a disease. And then we simply accept that as a fact. But let's back up the whole thing. Do we really want an answer to that question? Do we really want for there to be something wrong with us? I don't think so. I think we need to change the question. I think we need to get rid of the question altogether. What's wrong with me? It's an assumption. There's nothing wrong with any of us. We are infinite beings. We are source itself in physical bodies. There is nothing wrong with any of us. And there is nothing wrong with our bodies. So this matrix of unexamined beliefs, we have people out there, the ones who have been in charge of the matrix for a very long time. They're starting to be exposed now as the keepers of the matrix. They're being exposed as traitors, as betrayers of our trust. They are being exposed as the ones who do not have humanity's best interest at heart. It's because they were the keepers of the matrix. It was their job to keep us asleep. Thank you. You performed your task admirably, beautifully, causing the pain, the suffering, the loss, all of that to continue, to allow us as humanity to explore all of these things that of who we are not. It would be impossible to explore the depth of feeling, of betrayal, of the word went right out of my head. I'm not aligned with it. You know, to be abused, to be used and abused and terrorized. We would never, as infinite beings, have the ability or the option to explore that had it not been for us coming into these physical bodies to explore exactly those things. So these people who have been holding the matrix in place for a really long time have served a purpose. We all agreed to this pattern. We all agreed to come in here inside the matrix, forget who we are, and explore the depths of darkness. We're infinite beings. It doesn't affect who we are as beings. But, hey, Kinsey. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for hopping on. So the time of exploring the darkness of humanity, the disease, the poverty, the corruption, the crime, all of that is now coming to an end. Yippee. so that we can return Earth to the Garden of Eden that it is designed to be, so that we can all live together in harmony, peace, ease, and that we each can live in harmony with our own bodies. So as the external world seems to be getting crazier and crazier, just realize that it is the dismantling of the matrix. As these people are being exposed, simply acknowledge that they have been the keepers of the matrix. They have been playing a valuable role in humanity. We don't need to allow that role to continue. They have to stop playing that role, absolutely. But see the bigger picture. But now, in order to fully dismantle the matrix, we each have to dismantle our own matrix. We have to examine the beliefs that have been keeping us stuck in chronic diseases, in lack of money, in loneliness, in anxiety, doubt, fear, whatever it is that we have been experiencing that we no longer wish to experience. We simply have to look at the thought patterns that have been that have been going unexamined. So when we feel anxiety, it's like, oh, I don't like that anxiety. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel this. Simply look at it. Look at it, examine it. What is it? What's going on? The majority of time, anxiety is simply our cells don't have enough oxygen. Because when we're in fear or doubt or guilt or worry or anxiety, we're not breathing properly. We're not feeding our cells enough oxygen. So when we're feeling these bad feelings in our bodies, number one, go to start breathing consciously. Start filling your body with oxygen, feeding your cells. Some really good, strong, conscious breathing can stop an anxiety attack in its tracks because your cells are no longer screaming out. So simply looking at what's going on. Allow the matrix to dismantle itself. Allow these people to be exposed. Allow the system corruption to be exposed. Because when we see the corruption, we can simply stop the corruption. We can stop the crimes against humanity. We can stop living in fear. We can stop living with disease. We can stop fighting our bodies, and we can simply start healing. All of us together. But we are each responsible for healing ourselves. You are not responsible for healing anybody else. You can't heal someone else. You can only heal yourself. And when we heal ourselves, we heal ourselves. And when we are each healed, we shine our light bright for all the rest of humanity to see. And we lead the way, shining our light. And then others will join us because they want to shine their lights as well. Nobody wants to live in fear. Nobody wants to live in guilt or shame or struggle. And it's time to end all of that. So let's look at what's going on in the external world, but let's not get caught up in the details. Let's not get caught up in the fear, the anxiety. Let's not get caught up in things that we are not responsible for. Let's get caught up with ourselves and ourselves. It's time to heal. And when you heal the world as well. So let's start living in a healed planet. But it's up to you to heal yourself. If you need help becoming aware of the thought patterns that have been unexamined, if you are ready to examine your own thought patterns that have been keeping you stuck in dis-ease, I can help you cut to the chase doing that. I have explored these. I have examined these for myself. And there's some very tricky ones that we have not looked at for a very long time as humanity. So acknowledging these thought patterns can start to quickly unravel you from states of dis-ease, chronic illnesses. Nothing is chronic. We are not meant to live with chronic conditions. Our bodies are designed to automatically heal themselves every single time. We simply have to see how that works. So if you're ready to move to a disease-free state of being, disease-free living, when we see that there is no disease, then we don't have to live with it anymore. It simply becomes a non-issue. Disease became a non-issue for me years ago. And if it can become a non-issue for me, it can become a non-issue for everybody else that wants to live in disease-free health. So if you're ready, please reach out to me. You can find me at connectingyoutoyou.com, spelled out in full, connecting, YOUTOYOU.com. My website, you can find me on Facebook in my Soul Sourced Healing Facebook group. For everybody that's in my group, thank you so much. Comment on the video if you like this. Give me a thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube and you like this video, please share it. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you join me. So I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. You can find that book on Amazon. It's a great way to start examining some of these unexamined belief systems. So please reach out to me. You can also just shoot me an email, lisa@connectingyoutoyou.com. So I look forward to hearing from you. And if this has been helpful, please let me know. If you have any topics that you would like me to cover, please let me know. I'm always happy to accommodate, talk about anything that would be helpful for you guys. So let the matrix fall, start examining the unexamined beliefs. And in the meantime, create for yourselves a great week. Until next week, bye for now.